welcome back to another Top 5 Upgrades video. This time, we will be covering the top 5 upgrades you should get for your Traxxas T-Maxx 3.3. Yes, I said we because this video, I will be partnering up with RCBros2000. If you haven't already seen his channel, you should definitely check it out after the video. These 5 upgrades were carefully picked out by me and RCBros2000. So let's get started.
Hello everybody, Tristan here from RCBros2000. Like RC Inc. said before, we are doing the top 5 upgrades for the T-Maxx 3.3. Before we get into this though, I want to go over a quick history lesson of the Maxx family trucks. Starting with the T-Maxx. First introduced in 1999, the T-Maxx has gone through several different versions. First starting out with the short chassis with the little .15 engine. Over the time, it has gone from having that .15 engine to being upgraded later to the 2.5, the T-Maxx 2.5. This later became known as the T-Maxx Classic, and then with the release of the T-Maxx 3.3, which has a 3.3 engine and the extended chassis. The different versions makes it a little harder to find upgrades for, but this video should cover all versions of the T-Maxx. There's other versions of the Maxx trucks out there, such as the infamous S-Maxx, which is a 2-wheel drive version of the T-Maxx. The other versions include the E-Maxx, an electric version, and the newest Big Daddy, the X-Maxx.
Upgrade 1. Traxxas Vented Disc Brake. The T-Maxx is a very heavy truck, and because of this, it requires lots of braking power. The Traxxas Vented Disc Brake will improve braking power and heat distribution on the brake disc. It's a great way to improve brake power, and it's also a lot cheaper than replacing the servo.
Upgrade number 2. Traxxas Big Bore Shocks. Now, the T-Maxx 3.3 is currently equipped with 4 pairs of the Ultra Shocks. For smaller vehicles, these shocks do fairly well, but for the T-Maxx, they just don't cut it. The Big Bore shocks have a strong aluminum construction for the bodies and caps, as well as a titanium piston rod. Though the price may seem a little hefty, it is extremely worth it. These shocks, very similar in size to the Ultra Shocks, makes many accessories for the Ultra Shocks compatible with the Big Bores. So anything like shock springs, socks, dirt guards from RPM, all those accessories will fit perfectly on the Big Bores. And like I said, with $60, maybe a little hefty, but they are worth it.
Upgrade 3. Fuel filter. As we know, nitro cars run on nitro fuel, and nitro fuel goes into the engine. And without a fuel filter, any dirt that was in the fuel tank can get sucked into the engine and damage it. Fuel filters are also very easy to install. You simply cut the fuel line and reattach the fuel line to each end of the filter. This is another cheap upgrade, only about $5 to help save your engine from permanent damage.
Upgrade number 4. A failsafe. Any Nitro RC needs a failsafe. Currently, Traxxas has one built into their TQ transmitters and receivers, but it's primarily optimized for electric vehicles, not Nitro. In the event that your RC loses connection to the transmitter or it becomes low battery, one of these should make it to where full brakes are applied. But the Traxxas ones that are built in don't function that well. I've tried it on many of my RCs and they just don't work. So buying an aftermarket one is probably the best thing you can do. These things can vary between $5 to $15. They're fairly cheap, and they are a lifesaver, because no one wants your RC to drive straight into oncoming traffic at full throttle or into a hard object.
As we mentioned before, the T-Maxx is a very heavy truck, so when you crash it, there is a high chance you will break apart. Because it's a monster truck and the wheels stick out so far, the A-arms will break almost every landing and break the kingpins with them. The RPM A-arms are much thicker and more durable than the stock A-arms, and in the unlikely event that you break an RPM part, you can always return it for a new one. Thanks for watching this video. If you haven't already seen RCBros2000's channel, check it out here. If you're new to my channel, you can subscribe here. if you want to see some awesome behind the scenes videos and other stuff, click on the link here. And if you want to get some merch like this RC Inc. t-shirt or this banner, click on the link in the description. Thanks for watching.